This is Dave Nasty over here at Next Level, and we're going to do a really cool in the style of lesson today. One of my favorite guitar players, and just a really cool sound, unmistakable, and let's just dive right on in. Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's that time where you click on the link that you see below in the YouTube text box. If you click on that link, it's going to direct you to our site where you can get a free lesson that is not available on YouTube, a free coinciding ebook as well that's got all kinds of great scales and chord diagrams in it. Again, both of those items are free, and all you got to do is just click on that link that you see below in the YouTube text box. We're going to be centered around A minor pentatonic today, so we'll go ahead and outline that scale shape. But what's really cool about what we're going to do today is we're going to get kind of grooving with our right hand. We're going to outline some of these notes in here and focus on some double stop type playing within the pentatonic scale. So let's just point out what those double stops are going to be. We're going to have this nice gritty group of notes right here on the third and second strings, or my G and B strings, right? I'm on the 5th fret. I've got C and I have E here. Now, the tricky thing about playing double stops really is just making sure that your right hand only hits those two notes that you're playing. That way you don't get any excess overtones that ring through it. That's really important. You can manipulate it by kind of pulling down. Remember, tension. We're going to be manipulating the tension for our vibrato. We have the same groups of strings, one whole step higher on the 7th fret. And then we have that resolving note on A. So many songs, lots of lessons, tons of things have been done within this little area, so this should not be altogether too shocking. That's what we have going on here. We have a lot of those kind of motions, and then we've got this thumb that's going to get my A on the bottom. Sometimes we're going to strike it with here, but we're going to have some jumping that happens between these double stops and this low root note, because it kind of acts like our bass note in this whole thing and is going to really hold us together. Now, what I want to talk about is getting this kind of percussive thing going on. Everything is really centered around rhythm here, and going back to some of the things that we've talked about in other lessons, thinking of the guitar as a percussive instrument, thinking that maybe this could be your kick, maybe that could be your snare, and it's going to help guide me through this lesson and say how I can keep these licks in time and very cool and in the style of this player. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start and explain this first. Now I hit my root note here on the low with my index finger. Now from the time that it takes me to get my 3rd finger over here to this double stop, I'm going to throw in a percussive chukka, if you will, for lack of a better way of saying it. And to pull that off, look, I am not playing anything. My hands just fall flat on the guitar and I get that kind of noise. 1, 2. Good way to practice. Adding pieces. That's the best way to work on this stuff, because it's so inundating to try to accomplish the entire goal right out of the gate. You're going to have excess noise and things, and anytime you learn something new, I think if you break it down to its smallest component, add one little thing afterwards and then one little thing, and you really get to know the part and understand the part better. How to practice, you can have tons of lessons on what to practice. How to practice, you can also have tons of lessons on too. So we want to make sure and keep it focused in that respect. Put a beat in there. Because from going in those transitions, I've got a lot happening. I have 2 downstrokes. I'm finishing with an upstroke. I want those double stops to be clean, and I don't want to be constricted to the guitar and say, hey, I've got to just stay. We don't want that. You don't have as much feel, as much groove. And oftentimes you can hear that kind of rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. on our 4th string, we're going A to G, kind of pulling off, striking the notes to hit the pull off, and then hitting it when I return. What happened? Let's go back. Nice little sliding motion. Now, what's really cool about this is we're saying A position right here. We can go up here. Get that in there too, why not? Lots of cool jumping and just going from place to place. Focusing on always kind of coming back to my resolving note there on that 3rd fret. On that 4th string, 7th fret. That was nowhere near the 3rd of anything. But I'm just going to say, sometimes when I do lessons, I'll say this. You can, I don't know what you can keep this in or not. Every student is different, and they refer to the strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why I call this the 3rd. I'm saving myself on camera so I don't look that stupid. Anyways, getting back to it. We have really cool groove in there. Now, if I want a solo, I'm going to use the scale. Let's just cover that lick. Nice little lick, rhythmically works within the time frame. Kind of a nice accelerated pace to it. Just trying to put it in there and make it all work, but the cool thing is my licks are structured around that feel, and that's the most important thing. On that for days with a wah-wah or whatever. Kind of a cool thing there, just hitting these notes. It's tricky to be percussive and land right on that note. It's all about the muting, really. Look at my left hand. My left hand's completely blocked. My note's already there. So when I release it, it's going to be, in position. But I'm just striking that single note. I'm going to turn my body this way a little bit so you can see the rhythm of it. Right hand is going to plane across everything for percussiveness. Just hitting that single note. A little bit of target practice. So I think we have achieved some pretty cool things today in the style of one of my favorite guitar players. This is really cool. It's a great overall sound, a real grooving classic rock guitar style, and it encompasses some of the more simple things like the pentatonic scale, but it's all centered around finding your own sense of rhythm and understanding and something that you've heard for so long. So I appreciate it, everybody. Go to the website, nextlevelguitar.com. Rumor has it there is how many videos? There's a lot. He's checking. There's somebody. There's
1,092.
1,092 videos. On the website, moving up.
As of today.
As of today. So I bet you by the time you watch this video, there's going to be more. So you're missing out. Go to it right away. nextlevelguitar.com.